up to everyone, lovely family and lovely friends out there, wherever you're watching Awini Unity platform from. Thank you so much, and we do really appreciate your time for always staying here with us at Awini Unity platform. This video will have a lot to share with you right here. We're going to be looking Eddie Nketiah said something, and a lot of people are sharing their opinion. We're going to share the fact right here with you, the things that Eddie Nketiah spoke about, and where Eddie Nketiah actually said this. We're going to tell you where he actually said what he said, and a lot of people are debating out there. Maybe you are been hearing, you do not know where he actually went to say those things about his interest for Ghana. We're going to be sharing with you right here. Also, we're going to be talking about UEFA Champions League semi-finals, and the main reason why we're going to talk about this right here, this platform is about only African football, but the main reason why we are going to be talking about the UEFA Champions League semi-finals is simply because, like we said the last time, it is because our African brothers, and who is that? Hakimi from Morocco plays football in France, PSG. They are in the semi-finals. They played the game yesterday. Thomas Partey from Ghana plays football in England, in Arsenal. So we're going to be talking about that's the game yesterday, and we're going to be looking as well the return match. Can Arsenal able to return and kicking PSG out or not? Or PSG, they're going to maintain their good performance they have been doing so far? These are some of the things going to be sharing with you right here at Awini Unity platform. So just to remind you very quick, maybe today is your first time you are just watching, and maybe probably you do not know what this platform always talking about. Just to remind you once again, this platform we talk about only African football, African national teams, African club football, and African players all over the world. And so if you are watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and let us grow together as one family right here. So a very quick one. This video we're going to be starting from Eddie Nketiah. A lot of people that may not know who is Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah is British-born Ghanaian. Both his dad and his mother from Ghana, and he was born in London. He plays football the youth level for the English under 20s and under 21 and all, even to the Three Lions. And Ghana have been pursuing this player for a very long time to Swiss nationality to play for Ghana Black Stars, and it is always I'm coming, I'm not, I'm coming, I'm not. And when he was in Arsenal, he actually chose to represent England, I think for some friendly matches or some games, and he's still eligible to play for Ghana as well. After that, he wasn't getting playing time in Arsenal, and he moved to Crystal Palace, believing that he can get much more playing time in Crystal Palace. But as things stand now, it seems like things are not really going on well for him that much, which the way things are going, it's going to be difficult for him to get playing time or for him to get chance for England national team. So Eddie Nketiah actually said it, that if he get a call up from Ghana national team, he's going to move, and it is actually true. A lot of people that do not know where he actually said that. Eddie Nketiah, that is a one barbering shop, to barb. He have one place that he normally went there, like a kind of a friends and stuff like that. So they was discussing about those things in the barbering shop. That is where Eddie Nketiah actually said that. And even after he said that in that barbering shop, there's a lot of people came out, the young British people came out, their reaction on that. Some of them do not agree. They feel like now you are choosing Ghana as your second option. You are treating Ghana like your second. If you was to be doing better, you wouldn't that say you want to come to Ghana. Imagine that you was playing for Arsenal, getting playing time very well. Like Eddie Nketiah wouldn't that make this decision that if Ghana call him. Let's listen to some of British guys as well. Those who was there came out also react a little bit. Let's listen to some of them. Then after that we'll continue.
How cheeky. Eddie Nketiah finally embraces Ghana. If Ghana calls me up, I'll be there. And you see this is exactly why ex-players and fans get very frustrated and annoyed with, players who are talented, who are children's or grandchildren of immigrants from non-European nations. Because, and I don't know if you guys saw it, Don Obi Mikel had a viral rant on his podcast where he spoke about the exact point I'm going to make, where you get players like Nketiah, who basically aren't in favour for England, play for the under-21s, mill around, are like 5th, 6th, 7th choice, never get a call up. And at 26, Ghana have been asking Nketiah if he'd play for them, by the way, as well. At 26, you now decide, oh, I'll play for Ghana. Like, there's such a second option. For me, it's so insulting. And I'm Nigerian. I've had this as well. Remember, we had it with Shola Amiobi. And it's just ridiculous, man. For me, you've got to be making that decision at 23 max. I don't actually mind if maybe, some people, they want, an African nation, for instance, to be your first choice. But I personally don't mind if you grew up in England and you wanted to play for England. But as soon as you feel like you're not in, you're not really in that pool that they're probably going to choose from, make the decision if you want to play for your African nation. Be passionate to play for it. Don't mill around and try and be a part of that and treat your African roots like such a second option. I think it's so insulting because, like I said, Nketiah is 26 now. Ghana needs a striker for.
So yes, that is some of the things that a lot of British guys as well reacting to that. That is actually truth. He said that, if you notice, most of the time I normally give my news late. When I hear seeing things on social media, I do not guess when I come out to talk about, because people are talking about it. I always want to make sure that I cross-check very well to contact few people that are I can able to get much more information, that I know that this is exactly where this is coming from before I can come out to talk about it. So Nketiah actually said that exactly in one barbering shop in London, which it is actually true. My question here is, Nketiah, let's say Ghana, we stand for Africa. Let's talk about Ghana, about Nketiah. We all want best for Ghana. But let's ask ourselves a question that if Nketiah was to be playing for Arsenal, getting playing time like Bukayo Saka, getting playing time day out, day in Arsenal, can he even remember that he's from Ghana? It will be very difficult. So my question here is, it is up to Ghana, the GFA, and Otuado. But if it was me, I don't think that we need Nketiah. This is my personal opinion. Now, when you check a Ghana Black Stars, what player can you tell me that Nketiah is much better than this player right there in Ghana Black Stars team? Now, let's check. Let me cross-check very quick before I can talk about it. Nketiah moved to Crystal Palace. How many goals? How many goals Nketiah scored in Crystal Palace? If I'm getting right here, what I'm getting right here, in the Premier League matches, what I'm getting right here, it is only one goal I'm getting right here. I'm getting 25 matches. 25 matches. The season is start from Arsenal before to Crystal Palace. These 25 matches I'm seeing here, you can see it on your screen. 25 matches, 1 goal, 1 assist that I'm seeing right here. So, check off. Do you want to tell me that he's better than Anthony Semenyo? Check how many goals Anthony Semenyo have this season. Check off Anyaka William. Even check off a lot of players that we have there. Do you think that Nketiah is better than these players? Hell no, in my opinion. And here it is. As Africans, if we want to compete with the World Cup, we want to compete with the lack of Spain, England, France, Germany, all these countries, we also have to be bold enough to neglect players that those countries are not willing to call them. Because let's say England, if England can see that this player is not good enough for my team, why do you think that player can make impact in your national team? How can you call these players and to compete against England and Spain and Germany? That is, you have to notice that the moment Spanish national team or Spanish FA, the German FA, the French FA, the English FA neglect some player, meaning they are seeing something that maybe you cannot see. They seen something that this player cannot make impact for their national team, and it's going to be waste if they call him. Why do you think that Spanish FA decide to keep Nico Williams so tight and don't keep Nico Williams? That is a player that is two brothers from Togo. This player you are seeing right here, this player play for Paris Saint-Germain. He have his brother. France national team neglect his brother. I think the brother play for Togolese national team, but they call the junior one. Why they call the junior one? Because they knew that they have something to offer to them. Cote d'Ivoire, they have two brothers. That one guy, France national team neglect to call him, but they have called one in League One and the other one is playing for Cote d'Ivoire. Why they always choose one in League One? Because they are seeing something in the other one and they see something at one as well, that this person cannot make impact in our football. Paul Pogba, they are 3 or 2 brothers. They are three brothers, they're twins and Pogba. Why they decide, France national team decide to keep Paul Pogba and leave Mathieu Pogba? Mathieu Pogba played for some few matches for Guinea national team, but why they do not call him and they keep Paul Pogba? Because they knew that Paul Pogba was having something to offer them. So if you are accepting players that the European nation decide to neglect that player, not just because they don't want, but they know that this player doesn't have enough to offer. Check most of the players that Africa went to call them to African national team. How many of them make impact? How many of them make impact? Check. So the only way we can compete with this European nation, players that are not on their prime, like you are 23 and you are doing very well, and you accept to play Ghana national team, Nigeria national team, Morocco national team, Cote d'Ivoire national team, Mali national team, Zambia national team, we can accept you. But not that when they get to a point that you knew very clearly that the way things are going now, it is very calculation smart but Nketiah. Now, he knew very well that Ghana stand a better position to qualify for the World Cup. And he knew that Ghana is doing better right now. And the way Ghana is playing right now, it's likely that Ghana going to qualify for the World Cup. So you want to tell me that players that struggle with Ghana, players that been through with Ghana, now you are going to qualify World Cup and drop these players and now bring a set of players that do not have you intention, do not put you number one, put you as a second option. No, the truth is the truth. If we want to compete the World Cup with these countries, we need to also neglecting players that if you are not in your prime 23 years doing very well, playing top note club out there, and you want to come and play for us, we will not accept you. It is simply as that. Because I always say, if you do not change the way people treat you and you're accepting the way people treat you, nobody will change it till you accept. You say, enough is enough. I'm not going to accept this anymore. The moment you say, I'm not going to accept this anymore, those who were treating you like you are nobody, they're going to be treating you like a somebody. It is simple as that, in my opinion. Now, very quick, let's move to the Champions League. If you guys remember, with my analysis, I said it that the Champions League, the way I'm seeing Paris Saint-Germain, the way they play, is going to be difficult. But that do not mean that Arsenal cannot go to Paris to beat Paris. But let's move very quick to Champions League. Okay, here is the Champions League, right? Yesterday, let's listen to Hakimi. Hakimi spoke about something that I said, that Paris Saint-Germain, they play like a team now. They are very united. They are very organized. If you watch my analysis some few days ago before yesterday Champions League, you will notice, or you listen the things that I spoke about Paris Saint-Germain, that I said people should not just talk about Arsenal because Arsenal have beaten Real Madrid. But people should talk about Arsenal's style of play and how it's going to affect them. This would also tell Arsenal clearly that Thomas Partey, that they are not taking him serious, don't renew contract and all those kind of things. Thomas Partey is a key player in Arsenal team. Yesterday, when you watch the game, you could see clearly that there was lacking something in the midfield. We'll come into the main analysis this game. Then let's listen to what Hakimi said yesterday, and after that we continue.
I think the biggest chance is like right now we are like a team.
What does that mean?
I think all the play that they play, also the play that they don't play, we are all together. We run for each other, and we are like a family. Before it was like different, of course, and we have big star, big names, but it was a different thing. And I think the coach he do amazing job with that since he come, and he do amazing job in create a really good team, and like also to show how we play in defense in attack.
Ashraf, it's Thierry. Just once again, congratulations. Still another game to go, as you know. But I wanted to ask you something. Obviously, we see what Luis Enrique does all the time. You know, the way he asks Dembele to drop, and you guys sometimes can.
That is Hakimi yesterday. You see, exactly like I said the last time. He said, what makes them very good now is because they play as a team and they are very united, and the coach brings something unique in the team, and they play very, very confident. If you watch the game yesterday, they dominate from first half. Even if it was some point, I feel like the referee wasn't being fair to Paris Saint-Germain. There was some penalty, which it was very clear penalty, that it was one player, the name escaped me, passed almost 3 players, and one Arsenal defender used his hand to block the player. It was clear penalty because he already passed the 3 players, which it was a chance for him to score a goal. So I feel like if that was to be Paris Saint-Germain, player did that against Arsenal, the referee would have yesterday wasted that as a penalty, which it was clear. Even those who was in the studio, the commentator, a lot of people was being honest. That is very clear penalty. When you look at the way Paris Saint-Germain they play as a team. And one thing I also noticed yesterday game, they was lacking one particular player. And who is that? Thomas Partey. I said it earlier, I think about some few days ago, that Thomas Partey is going to affect them. Because the way Thomas Partey normally control the midfield, yesterday they wasn't having the player to do that kind of job. This would tell Arsenal clearly that Thomas Partey is very, very key player for the Arsenal team. Because when you look at their game yesterday, Paris Saint-Germain dominate the game and they play beautiful football. Can Arsenal able to do it? Yes. They can do it, but if they're able to get their everything right. If Paris Saint-Germain went to the second leg, then they have the same confidence that they took to London yesterday, it will be very difficult for Arsenal. It will be very difficult. But the reason is that game, the second leg, going to be difficult is because Paris Saint-Germain, maybe it will get a point, they're going to feel like, okay, we have to protect our one goal and defend. And I don't think that Paris Saint-Germain, they're going to do that. But if they are going to do that, say, okay, now we have to protect our goal, that is where Arsenal going to take counter with them. Arsenal is going to the return match, I think 29th April. Arsenal returning to that game and saying to themselves that we have nothing to lose. We have to go all up. We have no goal. Let's go all up. If they score, that's fine. But we are going all up. And their coach said it. Nketiah said that they can go to Paris. They want to go to Paris to win that game. Like the way Luis Enrique believed that before that they will go to England to beat Liverpool, and they actually went there to do so. So having this mentality, both coaches, Nketiah and then Luis Enrique, they are both Spanish players, Spanish coaches, and they are both former Barcelona players and now coaches. Can they able to do it? Maybe we're going to see different game together when Arsenal go to Parc des Princes. Why? Because they're going to have a lot of 2 players coming back. The key man as well, Thomas Partey, going to be playing that game because Thomas Partey missed yesterday game due to 2 yellow cards. That's going to be a game that's going to be cracker next week. Now, it's very difficult. This Barcelona, and I'm not going to be wasting time on this because I'm talking about the UEFA Champions League 7 finals because of, like I said, Hakimi and Thomas. But let's talk about this game a little bit. Barcelona going to play home against Inter today. that game is not going to be easy. Inter are proving this season that they are capable of beating every team. But when you look at the way Barcelona play now, I think it's going to be a little bit difficult for Inter to win, in my opinion. I feel like Barca going to win the game, but it's not going to be easy for Barca. And guys, I must be honest, these four teams are remaining now. If you remember, I said it that if anybody can come here and tell you that Barca going to win, Inter going to win, nobody know who is going to win. But these four teams are remaining. You have to know that nobody afraid playing away. Barca, when they come your home, they play like they are in their home. Inter, when they come your home, they play like they are in their home. Remember, they went to Germany to beat Bayern Munich. So Arsenal, these four teams, it is just like, I feel like if any team that go to finals and win it, it is just like this is your season. And every year, when something is your season, no matter what, nobody can take it from you. So if you ask me, this game, who's going to win? I feel like Barca playing home, a little bit advantage from fans, from the referees, all those kind of things count as well. So I feel like it's going to be a win for Barca. But hey, it's going to be very, very tight game in my opinion. So what do you think? Let me know what you think. The game today, Barca versus Inter, and the return match, Arsenal versus Paris Saint-Germain. Who do you think that is going to make it out? And my eye is going to be on Paris Saint-Germain and Arsenal, the return match, because of our African brothers, Thomas and Hakimi. So this is what we have for you right here. Thank you so much for always staying here with us. We do really, really appreciate your time, whatever part you may be watching. Happy Wednesday to you as well. Stay blessed and more to come on your way. Do not forget to subscribe and let us grow together as one family right here at Awini Unity platform. Stay blessed and always take yourself from trouble. One love.